try it again. I mean, there's something wrong. At least there ain't no water just running out on it. That was the only reason I wanted to take it out with that, and then we'll. Oh, hey.
He said there's no water running out.
Well, I mean,
that's not right. Not right.
Yeah.
Not right. Keep going. It's not right. Allen heads.
I hate to borrow people's stuff, especially if he's gonna try to blow it to the moon. So.
Well, Dad, this is something I didn't have on my bingo card for today.
Man.
Taking apart my fuel pump because it stopped working. Dad, what do you got going on here?
Wishful thinking, probably.
Man, as you can see, I no longer have a scoop. I don't know if y'all remember, there used to be a scoop right here.
Yeah, there used to be.
It's gone. She gone.
Yeah.
So,
well, you know, the more I've thought about it, when we had our nitrous backfire in here, that's fuel and air coming back up an exhaust valve. So I thought, well, maybe we've been an intake valve, so maybe we've been an exhaust push rod. It ain't letting the air out fast enough. It's kicking back, or so I ran the rockers on that side. Good. And about 4 or 5 over here, I couldn't get my feeler gauge in, and I couldn't move them. I don't know if I just didn't
like they were locked up or something.
Well,
they're not locked up. They were just
super tight for some reason. And I mean, I ran these rockers. That's the first thing I did on this car. And
yeah.
We just hadn't checked them since, but they don't usually tighten up. They usually loosen up. But
yeah.
Anyway, I think our next thing, we're probably going to pull plugs and try to get a compression gauge in there. I think with the motor in the car, it's going to be tough. Yeah. There's some that'll be easy, but you know, it had that weird sound when we was cranking it.
Yeah.
And I just ran these. I mean, I'm sure it's still going to do it, but
yeah, it's still doing it.
Still kind of doing it. So, because once it starts, it doesn't really sound all that bad.
Runs.
It runs.
But like even yesterday, it was sounding weird out of the passenger side, I feel like.
Yeah.
It was, and while it was running, it was making some noise out of the passenger side.
Well, and I was looking to see, you know, maybe a broken valve spring, like on the intake side. I just hadn't found anything yet. I'm hoping for something easy fix. I don't even know why. We're probably going to end up having to pull it out.
Have you ever met me before? Like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I have. Unfortunately, I mean, I know.
What do you mean easy fix?
Yeah, you don't do things easy way. But I think our next step is just to pull all the plugs. I might let you work on that.
Okay.
And then we'll try to
see what we get.
I'm gonna try to figure out a gauge combo that will screw in fairly easy.
Okay.
So, well, if this motor is truly a 604, because I still don't even know that I believe that. I'm 2 for 2 over here, dude. First 2?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Might break your tool.
Might blow the first 3
into the tool.
3 threads out. $230. Yeah, just $230. All right.
Leaking again.
What if it's not the?
What if it's not the?
What if it's a valve blowing, or you know? Well, no, it's got to be the tool. All right, try it again. I mean, there's something wrong with our tool.
Yeah. Well, Dad, what is?
Well, the very first cylinder, I mean, Dad's side is perfect. I knew which side of the motor to pick.
Yeah. I mean, I told you.
All my spark plugs are intact over here.
I told you the passenger side was hurt. So this front cylinder did 230 and 220 on 2 separate gauges.
Yeah.
And the number 2 cylinder did 120, or 150, and then 110 on the passenger side. So
on the second one back was 110. Right?
Yeah, number 4 was 110. So
we definitely
motor's coming out.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
we're just gonna.
we can take the heads off.
When
of
we
the
had
car.
it out, we should have just tore it apart and went through it ourselves right then. You know? But we was hoping for the best.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? Oh, you're gonna have to come forward. There we go. At least there ain't no water just running out on the. That was the only reason I wanted to take it out with that, and then we'll. Oh, hey.
He said there's no water running out.
Well, I mean, somebody had, and now we got to drive through it. Yeah.
Whoa!
Damn. Here I go. Ooh.
Right, here's kind of where we're at right now. I got all the front end stuff off. I mean, that wasn't really important. So I'm about to take this intake off, buzz the valve covers back off, undo all the rocker arms. There's a lot of stuff going on in the shop today. So drain the oil, drain the antifreeze out of it. About to drain it out of the sides just to make sure there's no more antifreeze. And then just keep on going. So see what we can find wrong with this thing. Oh, big time intake. Come on, there you go.
I mean, all we gotta do is go in the cylinders and knock them in and knock them together if y'all want to do that.
I don't really see anything wrong with this, Johnny.
You don't?
Not really.
I said it was cylinder 1.
It was these 3. Huh? Tyler's in the backyard with Jet. Dad? What do you got going on here?
Well, just fall fitting rings right now. I normally do eat a cylinder at a time, but I'm just doing all the
Bottom rings first.
I set the deal at 32, but for 700 horse, we need about 36 or so.
Yeah.
And so far, I've got it to where I can't get it in. Like right now, I can't get this one in, and then when I come back, it's a little loose. So I think at 32, because I don't have any bigger than a 32. We're probably landing around 35 on them. I'll show you what I did on these. Let's look at a stock piston first. One of the ones that come out of it. Of course, I had worked on that one, but this is that's the valve relief, or the spark plug relief, and you can see the spark plug was clearly hitting it right there.
Yeah.
So I took and one made that bigger, but I laid this back further. Okay. You know, not a lot,
So
but
like the threads weren't hidden.
so hopefully the threads won't hit, and hopefully we ain't got even. I mean, it was just barely hitting, but it was hitting. So, all right, everybody, I'm out here. I fall fitted the rings on Jace's motor, 60 bore, 4 1/4 stroke crank. So it's probably a, I mean, It's a 540 something, you know. Not a 604 like we was told, but not surprised. Not even a little surprised, actually. So nothing we was told about that car was right. So I just don't put a whole lot, you know. Number one. Yeah, all right, I'm back out here. I cleaned flipped it over, put the lifters in, cleaned the head gaskets, cleaned the deck, set them on. I'm getting ready to clean the deck off the heads and put them on. Yeah, you just don't want, like if somebody had grease on their hands or anything, you just don't want to touch your head surfaces, especially with these Cometics. They're pretty picky about that. A lot of times guys will put I mean, we even spray copper coat them, but when they're brand new gaskets, I usually don't. And yes, you should always use new gaskets, but we don't always.
What are you doing, dude?
Just
looks like you got this thing about ready to put back in.
Yeah. Got the pistons and rods and rings back in yesterday, and
You're just showing everybody that you do all the work, I guess.
They all know. I mean, it's really, they know that the truth about it, that I do everything around here. So, but I mean, I'm multitasking. I'm putting a water pump on my truck and I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Okay.
Sort of, anyway. Even bells can't see. Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Check it while we come around.
Alright, so setting the rockers on this thing. After that, putting the valve covers on.
Intake.
Getting the silicone kit out, knocking the dust off, right? You haven't had the silicone intake on in a while doing all our LS stuff, so I figured I'd just let you loose on the.
I got a
on
cocking
this thing.
tube full, so I'm ready.
Yeah, so setting the rockers, putting valve covers on, maybe put the front motor plate on, the distributor, stuff like that, and then plugs, and set it back in the car. Take it off the stand, put the flywheel on. I think once it's in the car, it'll take us like 45 minutes, an hour to get it all back together. So, and then, all right.
Man, if that went all the way, that
All
would have
right,
been something.
here you go, take your wrench. You got some silicone on those rascals or what?
We don't even need no gaskets. The way I've got so. Yeah, I probably could just set it up here and never bolt it down. Yeah, there. Okay. Yeah. Don't want to get too carried away with it when I'll start.
Yeah, then it's officially almost ready to put in.
About ready.
Right?
Yeah, we got to put the flywheel flex plate on. And it'll be, I think that's about where we're at.
Yeah.
I'd like to just get the headers at least siliconing tonight.
Yeah, I just want to get it sitting in there and siliconing. That way we can start it tomorrow. That's not right. Not right.
Yeah.
Not right. Keep going. It's not right. Allen heads.
Oh, I grabbed it. Yeah. shop's been in disarray for way too long. I kind of gotta, we're gonna put Jace's car back on here. I hate to borrow people's stuff, especially if he's gonna try to blow it to the moon, so.
Dad, I think it's, besides the time,
it's do or die. Yeah,
it's 9:26
9 o'clock
right now.
on a Sunday morning.
About ready to wake everybody up.
Some people may frown upon that.
Not ready to wake everybody up, but I mean, headers are siliconed on, radiator's in, it's got water in it. You put the carburetor on this morning when you woke up at like 3 o'clock or whatever time you woke up. It's got fuel in it. I did the torque converter bolts. I put the starter on.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're basically ready. I think these go in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting dangerously close. It's got fuel in the back.
Like I was telling, I may even said it this morning, it's one of the easier cars. When you can take the front end off, I didn't realize how much difference that makes. It makes all the difference.
Yeah, not having to lean over the fenders. I've had two cars, my past two cars have been able to take the front end off, and it's easy.
It makes all the difference. And I've got some zip ties to cut, but I need to build something to hit the nitrous, because we're not, come show on this killer switch I put on here.
Yeah, I don't even know where you found this thing.
It's a crazy switch.
I don't know where you found it, but it's a good looking switch that you got, but it's not hitting.
It's not hitting, so it don't matter how good it is if it don't hit. But
so you're about to make something to make it.
Yeah, I'm gonna drill a hole out here and build like a little extension tab that there's no way it can't hit it, you know.
Okay, well, I mean, that's really, we're waiting on it to get a little bit later, maybe. I don't know, we might just start it, and then we're waiting on you to make that tab.
Oh, I know what I could do. If we used one of them push things and just pushed it on there like it was a terminal, you know, like a.
I don't know. you do whatever you want, I guess. But
well,
we're about to start this thing.
I hate to lose a race because of that.
Yeah.
Trip over, have a problem.
Ready?
Yep.
Well, Dad, this is something I didn't have on my bingo card for today.
Man.
Taking apart my fuel pump because it stopped working. That's locked up.
Yeah, it's that bearing. We just need a bearing.
Okay.
Yeah, that bearing's locked up. Feel it. Ooh, well, hey, don't feel that.
Hot?
Just feel the bearing. The bearing might be hot too, but that bearing
It's locked up, ain't it?
So we just need to take that off and get a bearing.
Okay. Yeah, that's not something I expected us running into.
Absolutely not.
And you dropped one of these deals.
No.
And you dropped it. Well, you couldn't get it out, so I got it out, and you dropped it into here. So now I gotta go through all this. So.
Oh, you still ain't found it yet.
No.
What the hell?
Still ain't found it. You dropped it good in there. So.
All right, we got the fuel pump rebuilt. I'm going to start this thing, I think. Or see if it'll start. Well, guys, this is the best it's sounded or ran since we've had it, and I'm still not real keen on this carburetor. I feel like I can fine tune it some more. I'll do that when Jace is around, but it sounds good. I want to get it all the way up to temp because we don't want to milk the oil up. You got to get above 150 degrees to burn anything off, and I got it up to about 180. So now I'm just circulating that water right now. So, all right. Well, let's see if old Red will start. I ain't even started it in about 3 or 4 days. So the question is can I just reach in and fire it up? Y'all to the back so you can hear this thing.
Well, Dad, you started this thing yesterday and got it all idling.
Yeah, it's all idling good.
Doesn't like to idle when it's cold.
No, until
When
it
the
gets
motor's
some
cold.
temperature, it won't run.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know, even with the other carburetor, it wouldn't run until we got temperature in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it like I say, this carburetor, we put 104s in it. When we got it, it only had 92s in the front.
Yeah.
And I really think we need some 106s or 108s, so we may jet it up a little bit more. And the reason I say that is I've got these idle bleeds out. In my mind, that gives it more air, so that might be leaning it out, but I'm just saying it will not idle with these screws unless you back them screws out 2.5, 3 turns, you know?
Yeah.
And normally you only back these out a turn and a quarter when it's everything's right. But
yeah.
Anyway, when it was warmed up yesterday, it's the most right the thing's ever sounded. It's hitting on all 8. It's not smoking even a little. I mean, not even a little. So,
well,
we're really at the point of changing the oil and testing it, you know.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm gonna hook up a bang button for the fogger.
Yeah, we don't really. The only way we could do it is, I mean, of course, I could reach up there and hit it, but that ain't handy. But we need to figure out how we could switch them in a race situation. We need to be able to switch the 2 systems.
Yeah.
I want to reflow this. We need to hook the laptop to it and maybe not pull as much timing out, since we pulled 5 degrees out of the motor right now. So
yeah.
So we was pulling 18 degrees on that first kit, you know. Yeah. So now we're at 30. So we're probably gonna pull like 12 degrees of timing on the first kit and 5 on the second. We still ain't gonna be at no timing when we're on all, you know, when it's all out. But
yeah.
but we're going to be on 750 shots. So again, so I think we need to be able to bang it 2 or 3 times and make sure it hits every time.
I need to make sure to let off if it starts doing that again.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, well, yeah.
You think I will though?
Well, the nice thing about this setup is you
I
can
can
roll
just back
back
off a
on
little
the
bit.
throttle, and you can get on your other kit at half throttle, and it's still gonna be fast.
Yeah.
So. It's as ready as this car's been since we've had it. It's all fresh, bad to the bone rings, and pistons are all right. Rockers are ran right. I mean,
Plugs aren't getting
plugs
closed.
aren't getting fouled or knocked off or whatever. Like I say, I think it's gonna be something.
I don't know. I just hope it works. You know.
There's only one way to find
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna go find out. I got a little hood scoop in the floor that came with the car. I don't know if I'm gonna put it on yet or not. But
Right? Oh, yeah, we ain't putting that on there. Most likely.
But all right, I think.
Is that supposed to go in that, son, like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, all right. That's
I don't know. I
fancy.
think this is it for today's video. Next video will be us testing it, I guess.
Yeah.
I want to take it to a dyno, but if this weekend gets rained out, we might take it to a dyno
Okay.
and go race it next weekend or whatever. But
Yeah, the weather's just not cooperating around
a lot of rain, whole lot of rain, a lot of tornadoes, big tornadoes.
Hail. It ain't worth taking a chance of getting them out.
Big tornadoes. Tornadoes and stuff going on. So we'll see if we get to race this weekend. I don't know, but we'll test it somewhere. I don't know, but
Yep. I mean, even if it's on the back street.
yeah.
So.
But all right, that'll be it for today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll holler at you later.